Okay, I am back. I would hope I'm back. If it only appeared that way, there might be some cause for concern. Psychologically. So I really do like the, okay, I got you. Tutorial. I really do like the imagery of the sunset conveyed here upon departing the player's first dungeon. Anyway, I was going to do Vilverin before I immediately plunge into the story. It'll help with some skill building, some level building. And I liked this dungeon. I liked it. I did it as a cat. Let's hope it's just as fun as a not cat. I expect it to be. I believe there are some bandits up here. Sorry for spoilers. Anyone? Got some weird creatures ogling me or something. I've not explored this region up ahead. I probably will not. Maybe I'll come back to it. It is pretty. Okay, we want a dagger. It'd be worthwhile to start considering the armor I'm wearing, because I don't really have much yet. Sackcloth ass shit. Okay. Yeah, let's get into some fur. I guess you could call me a furry the way I be wearing all this fur. Actually, please don't call me that. That's inappropriate. It's not true. Let me go into the settings briefly. Make sure there's nothing I can change to lessen this frame rate drop. Sorry to my non-existent viewers for the technical difficulties. So we're still experiencing low frame rates. Let's see. The changes, and we'll try low. Let's double check. Okay. Alright, I think the 50 to 60 with that kind of environment is okay for now. I'll see if I can do anything between this and the next stream to enable better graphics. I really do feel like these fucking fires are damaging the FPS I'm getting. I see them. Alright, time for the dungeon crawl. Let's do it. Someone died that I have known of. Alright, let's go. Let's go for real now. See, this dungeon uses a lot of the same building blocks as the original dungeon. The dungeon that the player first escapes, but there's less of a... There's kind of a less organic incorporation of moss. You know, it seems more cold and sterile and still dirty. So I do like the aesthetic contrast between more or less the first two dungeons that a lot of players are going to experience in this game. I killed that guy. Use up my rusty bows first before because I don't really have too many repair hammers at hand. Oops. Well, I'm surprised that I went unharmed by that. Satisfying. Not that I take pleasure in real life murder or anything like that. Some rice. Some worms. Much glad I caught that. Going down. Not in any sexual sense, of course. Well, I'm sure that didn't need clarification. Come on, man. Stairs. Making my job harder. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of actual stutter now, which is strange, considering that the FPS is higher. Let's just try a couple of those settings. Okay, we have some boosted frame rate. Let's see how that actually plays out in the game. It feels a little smoother already. I'm sorry, guys. I have not done this before. Let's see what we got. There's some more murders I have to do. Frame rate. I'm liking this flow. Liking the way this game is going at the moment. I do hope that I've gotten most of the technical details sorted out in this first stream. There we go. Let's get that welcome stone. I don't think I'm going to develop any alcohol addiction in this game. I have enough of that in real life. I'm gonna get this iron bow. Make a second iron bow. Ultimately be good. Just gotta watch my carrying capacity. Excellent. I like the lock picking, you know. I like the lockpicking in Oblivion a little better than Skyrim. It actually does seem a little harder, a little more challenging. Skyrim basically just, I don't know, I feel like in general the sort of streamlining that Skyrim has done has sometimes made higher difficulty levels and more difficult tasks simply tedious instead of actually difficult or requiring any unique skills for the player to develop. Very good example, which I'm not sure the extent to which this applies to Oblivion as well, is the actual difficulty setting in the game. All it really does is add a multiplier to the damage rate of enemy NPCs, and it also reduces the damage done. I'm going to take the bow away from my inventory. And it reduces the damage done by the player. And it doesn't necessarily introduce any new dynamics into the game that would make it harder beyond how much easier it is to die with a few hits. So really what you end up doing is kind of like kiting enemies and having to develop very specific kinds of techniques. But it's not like hard per se, it's just tedious. There's a lot of running around, you know. So I don't know if I like the way that Skyrim adjusts difficulty. I do like that it is up to the player how much resistance in these games they want their environment to actually put up. We're gonna take this guy out. We're gonna I'm sure you deserve that. Let's see how I look in a fur helmet. Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, this is basically just my bandit disguise, but I don't think the game sees it that way. It's not Hitman. Oh, that'll be a fun game to stream. I haven't really played Hitman yet. I really do remember the meticulous time and care I put into trying to perfectly complete a Hitman level. It's very much a unique. I'll keep these here on the side. There's very much a unique kind of play style that Hitman encourages that I like. I remember really liking which one was it? It was before Absolution. It was probably the other big one. Now, I believe I have one more area of this. I ain't reading all that. Of this dungeon to explore before I enter that door. Just want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Okay, 1 second. Skyrim button. You seem useful. They're glowing. Alright, yeah, and it's setting up in some allegedly haunted ruins. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? Lunch is what I thought it said. Alright, now we're going to use that entrance down there. And I do know that this dungeon, at least based on my prior playthrough, it really branches off. It's windy. Okay. Let's go. I still see that we haven't been experiencing as many frame drops in this new setting I have, so that's good news. Sure, I'll just loot some bodies and such. Strangely sexual grunts you just made there, woman. I apologize to any women out there I've offended by that comment. I didn't mean it. Yeah, I do like the construction of some of these empty. I feel like the visual design of this particular dungeon gives the impression of an echo. You know, I feel like an echo might be would have been a useful audio component to include. That sound bounces all the way around in this place. Got a bunch of interest here. We'll have to move on. Sorry. I'm getting a little lost here, apparently. Yeah, this is one concern. Oh, chest. Just missed that. I do not want that war axe. What, maybe I do want the war axe. Yeah, I think I should go with the war axe, the dagger, and the short sword. So I believe that the maces have the slowest swing rate, and that's not the exactly the kind of fighting sub-build I'm going to go for. I want to get in, quickly do some damage, and get out. Ability more so than damage out. I also want to not be lost here for the rest of my life. So let's figure out what's going on. Backtrack. I'm missing something. Am I missing something stupid? Am I a stupid dummy idiot? I'm starting to feel like one. I haven't already. We don't have to go back through the original entrance. Let's see. Okay. Let's go. There are more areas to explore, though. You know, when the 9 closed the door. Window. Common saying in Oblivion. Wasn't anything here. I feel like this is kind of a post-stream edit I'd have to make. Streamer gets lost like a dumbass for hours. Even though he really shouldn't. retrace our steps. Retrace this shit. Going down. We see an entrance into one big fucking room. That part has been exhausted. We don't really know anywhere else we could possibly go there. So we're going down a level. And now we see another room. We see another staircase. We're getting very athletic. My one concern with streaming these games is how stupidly I get lost most of the time. Okay. So... I'm gonna make sure we're not missing anything at all. I'm gonna use an algorithm. I'm gonna stick to the right side wall. Let's go. Okay, so we turn around. Now, I could have sworn there was more to this dungeon than just this portion of it. You know, at this point, if I had listeners or viewers, they would help me out. But I lack those, so... Return to our point of departure. Let's go back. Quite frustrating. I could have sworn this place opened up. Oh, a small crate. Well, on the bright side, at least I found a small crate. Missing. No side entrances from this room. At least I'm getting very acrobatic doing all this dumb backtracking. Okay. Am I confusing this dungeon with another dungeon? Yeah, I'll just gaslight myself for the next few hours. Sorry in advance, viewers. Okay, we're leaving this place. I'm tired of this place. It sucks. Actually fucking sucks. I feel kind of bad for that one. We're gonna enter the city now. One moment. There was our original exit. Make our way up to the main city, the Imperial, whatever you call it. Actually, do not remember the name of the city. Imperial City. Okay. Quite straightforward. Sorry, I was checking my phone. I am so sorry for my negligence. I got lost for a second there. I feel like I'm getting some minor screen tears, so I'm gonna go in and match the VSync. Okay, I feel like I don't get any screen tear. Or not quite as much. So that might have been the appropriate thing to change. You know, this place isn't very fun. It kind of sucks. Let's see what else they've got. Yeah, I feel like this illusion of moving quickly across a brick walkway with the sort of the visuals blurring together. You know, you can do this in a car. On a bicycle, or just, I guess, walking particularly fast. I feel like the Unreal Engine and its design actually captures the blur of the motion pretty well with some of these more minute textures. There we go. Okay, let's enter the Imperial City. One moment. Bathroom break. Okay, I am back. My dogs have been giving me slightly funny looks, basically to ask why I'm talking to myself.
What is it, citizen? State your business, citizen.
You know, I really don't like your administrative language.
Thiel from the Arcane University is looking for someone to chase the bandits from Camp Hales. Probably trying to enhance her weird machine.
Thanks.
What are you looking for?
care about that stuff.
Merchants in the
I'll
market.
figure it out
There's also
myself.
the bloated float. Move along.
Very pretty time of day in this world.
What is it, citizen?
Okay, got some spells here. Might be worthwhile to stock up on those spells. Should we be able to afford them? Clarifying to my fiance presently that I'm not streaming on OnlyFans, but Twitch. OnlyFans is tomorrow. I feel like a Nietzsche OnlyFans is a good idea. Just a fundamentally fantastic idea.
Edgar Vautrin, you don't want the very best. You want cheap. And I got cheap.
What if I did want the very best? Let's see.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
I believe what I really want are some appropriately. Okay, I feel like a spell to fortify Magicka could lead to some pretty game-breaking loops. A spell to restore Magicka would be even more concerning. I'm curious if there are game loops, like cheat loops that involve that. My skill level has been too low for most of these. I think Burning Touch might be...
Come back and see me again.
Hold on.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
Nothing I can sell you. Okay.
Bye.
Alright, one moment. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. So we got a nice spell. See if there are any other spell tomes we've picked up. I kind of doubt it. Let's see. Alright, so unlike in Skyrim, spells are auto-learned when you buy them from the merchant. Let's see.
Crabs by the water recently. I steered clear of them. Nasty creatures, but I hear their meat is rather tasty. Farewell.
What's rather tasty? Where can a fella get a snack around here? Does Oblivion have survival mode? I am not sure. I feel like I haven't seen any sort of native survival mode. What's the Mystic Emporium? Maybe I can get my fortune read. Insane. Probably just a bunch of dumb potions.
Welcome to the Mystic Emporium. Galindil is here, with all your needs, under one roof. Look and buy. Nothing could be easier.
I feel like there are several things easier than that. Like just looking, for instance. Alright, So you
Have a
sell
look at my
spells.
wares. I'm
Okay.
sure there's something to suit you.
So you're like the good
Can I
spell
interest you
seller
in some
then.
of my wares?
Alright, so I feel like I was getting some sort of discount on those other spells.
Farewell.
I'm not gonna bother with your dumb fucking Emporium right now, sir. I'll wait until I have more money.
Speak.
I have
What can I
Twitch
do
up
for
on
you?
my phone. I'm curious about this delay. Right now, a little bit of frame drop.
How goes it?
Speak.
I need to do is find an inn. I was able to find one quite quickly in my previous playthrough. Not to brag or anything, but I was very good at navigating the most entry-level town in the game. Ingredients. All these shops have closed down, it seems. Oblivion Inns are probably... they have better hours than hotels in America. Oh, here we go. Merchants Inn. Merchants are up late, right?
How are you?
I'm good.
Well met. How goes it?
Okay.
What is it?
I thought one introduction was fine.
Well met.
You guys were overwhelming me with your sociality.
Go ahead, please.
Sure. Bed. Do you want to bed me, sir?
I do have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it?
Only if you're in it, too.
Very good. It's up the stairs there. First door on your left. Sleep well.
Disappointing. I was hoping to have sexual intercourse with you.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
I feel like there's only one fine good I'm really interested in right across from me. Past this counter right now, sir. Just kidding. I don't want to have sex with you. That was all a joke.
Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Go ahead. Keep it.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Whatever the fuck that is. One assassination added to player's inventory. Okay. Okay, this is I witnessed this. I should go back to him and tell him I witnessed this. This is something I saw. Emperor Uriel Septim VII is dead at the age of 87. 65 years. How old was he when he started? He was 22. Man, kind of puts my achievements to shame. Okay, you guys need to work on your bracket consistency here. There's a square bracket and a round bracket. Yeah, all his heirs got assassinated. Actually, I think some of this background of his prior reign might be something I'm unfamiliar with. So let's take a look. Summarize from what I read. Reign of peace, prosperity. Yeah, I've lost interest in all this news. I don't care about it, really. How do I look? Excellent. Okay, I believe. Okay, yes, this is my room. steal from here. We'll read this. Wow. Wow. How long would I like to sleep? I think I'll get a traditional 8-hour night of sleep. The very first night in this game. Excellent. What's next? I can steal some venison. Oh, I can take that. Okay. Okay. Food's for me. I guess it's included in the price of the room. I know wooden doors are hard. That's why they're made of wood. Stupid joke. Alright, what's next on our agenda? Let's see, I have to deliver an amulet. I really do like some of the texture updates they've given. Moving this game to the new engine. Where's my quest marker? Curiosity. Okay, there we go. There we go. Excellent. Let's go. And I wanted to remind my 0 to 1 viewers.
Well met.
Oh, I have an independent viewer, it seems. Hello.
Please show your respect for the Imperial Palace by keeping your voice down.
So I wanted to remind my viewers that this will all probably go up on YouTube under an independent channel I will list on this profile and elsewhere. I seem to have lost my viewer. Well, I'm sorry to have been so disappointing for you, sir, but I will remind my now 0 viewers of all of that. And let's see what else. Let's see what else. We are about to take a journey in the rain to Coral. We have to deliver an amulet to a guy. Let's start to map out some of this. Here we go. And I do apologize in advance to my viewers for any graphical bullshit I have to deal with over the course of setting up my first stream. Probably going to have to modify some settings or something. I'm allowed to curse on here. I feel like I am, right? Oh, nice little cozy inn. Okay. Am I allowed to curse on Twitch? Siri, can I curse on Twitch? Any language directed towards an individual that is violent, sexually inappropriate, hateful or... Do individuals include NPCs in the game that I would like to have sex with? Siri? Okay, Siri is not answering. Am I allowed to talk on Twitch about how I wish I could have sex with some of the balding Oblivion bartender NPCs? From Siri, I hear nothing but silence. Oh well. I'll just go for it. I'll just see what happens. See if I get punished. Alright. I really do like the rendition of the foliage in this new engine. It's very beautiful. I just feel like Unreal Engine can support more textural details in general. Alright, I'm gonna have to cross this river. Let's see. Okay, I'll go this way. It might be worthwhile to explore this dungeon. Let's see. Okay, here's an enemy. No, I'm sorry I had to kill you, buddy. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to have to, the longer I stream, the more I'll have to concern myself with the appropriate amount of talking to do. You know, the appropriate talking to playing ratio, how other streamers end up doing this shit. It'll be worthwhile to think about all those things eventually. But for now, I'm going to play it by ear. I just really hope that my voice is legible. That's my one concern. At the moment. I'm gonna kill this guy. See, now this is where the dungeon design gets a little... Lots of branching out. Stochastic procedural generation. You know, I feel like Skyrim very much was a one-off kind of game. I don't feel like it's very easily reproducible, even to the level of the care they put into those designs. You know, I remember reading this article recently about how Bethesda's company structure allowed people to just go off and eventually design their own levels in Skyrim during its production. But that has become less and less feasible as Bethesda has gotten bigger as a company. So a lot of people ended up quitting because they liked, you know, that they could just go off and what's a good example? Blackreach was kind of just something that you know, one of the people designing the game thought would be cool to add, right? And there wasn't so much oversight that it would have been restrictive trying to get them to add it. Whereas nowadays, you know, with Bethesda specifically, it's just such a big company, it's actually hard to propose independent designs for crew levels, you know. And Blackreach, oh, okay, I gotta kill these guys. I'm a little fucked. I didn't know these guys were bothering me. Oh, killed him. Alright, anyway, Blackreach was actually one of my favorite levels in Skyrim. I really did enjoy it. Oh, shit. You guys are kind of pussies. Okay, I killed them all. Great. Excellent. Where was I? I was talking about Blackreach. Let me make sure there's nothing I can upgrade as regards my armor right now. I've noticed I've been getting the occasional viewer here and there, which is good. Potentially good. They tend to leave soon after, but we'll see how that goes. I think addressing them personally kind of creeps them out, which is not surprising. I feel like it's bad to be clingy on Twitch. Oh, hi! Please stay. Please don't go. Interesting to consider. Okay. So I killed all those bitches. I was talking about what Blackreach. Yeah, I really like the level design on Blackreach, and it turned out to have been a spontaneous effort from one of the devs, right? And as companies get bigger, right, as Bethesda gets bigger, it's hard to actually have those independent, spontaneous efforts that can sometimes produce quite interesting aesthetic qualities. Right? Compared to some of the other levels in Skyrim, I feel like Blackreach was very much interesting in how it tried to meld. Like, it tried to create an underground ancient city, and that shit's fucking cool, I've gotta say. And just in general, I really like the level design in Skyrim that, melds the organic with the mechanical. You know, the sort of Dwemer runes baked into the ice. Right. There was just a lot of attention and care and detail put into the design of those individual dungeons and levels. And it's something I really appreciate from Skyrim. I feel like with Oblivion, the game is a little bit more unwieldy in the design of its levels, as I mentioned before. You know, the stochastic level design makes it actually difficult to navigate these environments cleanly, you know. Lots of backtracking. Oh! Sorry, buddy, I thought you were... Yeah,
Hey, I'd better cut down on the air. Starting to see things, I am. That's the best you can do.
Do your worst.
okay.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
He just died.
You'll
I think
never
you're
take me down.
He started cooling down. Oh, that's the one. You really need to hedge your bets on that whole taking you down thing. Because it appears I just murdered you. You know, I feel like these games don't exactly give enough occasions. I'm going to take those to tell which kind of potentially enemy NPCs are actually going to be friendly. It's very much going to blows quite quickly. You know, what if one of these marauder archers or whatever wants out of the cycle of gang violence in which he had been embroiled all his life, right? I'll never find out. Because of the design of the NPC AI. We've got some loot here. Nice, a ring. So, since starting this stream, I've gotten a couple of viewers here and there. It's not bad. I will basically just put this up more or less uncut on YouTube. You know, I might cut through some of the more tedious moments, like adjusting the graphics. But I really just hope to kind of demonstrate this page, or this account, and by extension my YouTube recordings as a work in progress. I feel like I've been here before. I'm getting out of this dungeon. You look very pretty dead, buddy. That's an interesting configuration of his dagger. I take it. Okay. Actually, let's see this real quick. Okay. It just looks over the same place I've already been. Let's now leave and actually start on some of our quest material. Okay. I feel like the day has gone further on since I've last been here. Sorry, bud. I really do like the Unreal rendition of the foliage from Oblivion. The original Oblivion I've played, of course, had this sort of beautiful foliage, but they give it an even more granular level of detail in this engine translation. It's very, very beautiful. I just generally feel like Elder Scrolls game engines were always kind of wonky. It's interesting to me that Skyrim has gotten so many total overhaul mods, right, that basically just reproduce new games in the same engine. I'm wondering if that is more because of the facility with which people can like use that engine from a dev perspective, right? Because I know Unreal can sometimes present its own problems trying to develop in. I haven't really had much extensive experience with game dev in different engines, but I have tried. I've downloaded Unreal. I had this idea a while back for an RPG where you're basically like a sort of anthropologist sent to an alien planet, like a xenologist would be the phrase, and it's an aquatic planet, and there's kind of like a psychic mechanic, I guess, where you can influence the behavior of others and read minds. It was an idea I spent a lot of time obsessively working over. I never really... I mean, that takes a lot of money to make. This is generally the problem with games, is that the threshold to make certain kinds of like games that actually explore the technical capabilities, say, of RPGs, is very high, like on the level of the money you'd have to spend. And it's not all too dissimilar for like movies, for example. Let's see what we got. Let's go into this fort. Okay, very dark and musty appearance to this fort. I really do think the improvements to the textures are one of the most straightforward, like, appeals of this remaster, right? Like, the individual design of each of these bricks comes through very clearly. And I feel like the dungeons are given a very distinctive character relative to each other based on these designs. You know, like I feel like I've been in... That's my dog. I've been in 4 very different dungeons so far, and I appreciate the difference. Yeah, my tendency when it comes to playing RPGs has been to get distracted. I like getting sidetracked and care exclusively for the main quest material. Just FYI. How many bows do I have? Okay, we're starting to get a little... What's the word? I worry we're going to get a little overloaded on equipment if I keep picking up random bows, but I don't like to repair. I don't like having to repair things. I doubt I'll have that many repair materials available while I do some of the main quest stuff, so I just want to keep some bows on hand. Some spare bows. I like the lighting in this hallway. Very creepy. I should have checked to see if he was dead before I tried to light him on fire. Okay, let's go down. One moment. Brief pause. Oh, look. A clearly very innocuous tripwire. I hope I don't activate it by accident. Some of these trips in these traps in Oblivion are lame, comparatively. What's that? Okay, I remember this from my previous playthrough. Dogs are running at me. Maybe actually you guys are so dumb falling for this. I'm built different. I would have just done that. I would have taken advantage of the range select option. Dumbasses. Is that a box or a goblin? Oh, that's a goblin. No. You could at least try to protect your friend a little better. Let's see. We got some roasted rat. Apparently not very palatable for non-goblins. All it does is hurt them to eat. Oof. Okay. Yeah, I really do feel like the sort of foreign, hostile characters of the construction of these dungeons is great in Oblivion. Alright. I see I am now in touch with the viewer who is going to help me figure out if I'm even slightly audible, because I've had some viewers on and off over the past, like, 20 minutes or so, and I hope they can hear me. So, let me know if you're listening. Let me know that I'm able to be heard. Excellent. I am glad to hear that I am hearable. I know it was recommended that I set the game audio lower. It seems typical. Okay, I didn't mean to go to the stockade. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. I've been streaming for about 2 hours. I had to give some backstory before I started, but now I'm basically just working my way through various random-ass levels. Go backtrack. And also, to my one viewer who I know who you are, you don't have to stay if you don't want to, but of course I appreciate it. I think there's some sort of delay on the broadcast. Oh, I see I have 2 viewers now. Well, hi, the other guy. Sorry to single you out, buddy. But really, there aren't that many people here. Who else am I going to single out? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So this is kind of what I was originally talking about when I discussed the way that Oblivion relied to a greater extent upon procedural generation for its dungeon design, right? So Skyrim, the dungeons would really kind of take a circumscribed course and you'd end up back where you started, but a level higher or lower, and it would make it very easy to navigate. Whereas Oblivion, there's a lot of forking, you know? And you basically have to individually map out each dungeon as you go along, and it can become kind of administratively taxing, like you're trying to figure out what the fuck to do. I see my one viewer I singled out has left. Anyway, as for Oblivion, like there's a lot of, I think there's just a greater degree of unexplored regions in each dungeon. And it's easier to get lost as well, which I pretty much am right now. I've been talking. And this is my one concern with streaming these fucking dungeons, is getting completely lost, just completely misguidedly lost for a period of time. And then giving up and leaving, which I probably have to do for this dungeon. Let's see. Like, I feel like one of my viewers needs to be a directions expert. It's like when someone pulls over in their car and is like, can I get directions to this? Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I don't want to be in here anymore. Alright, my agenda moving forward is no longer to single out any new viewers that join the stream. Because I'm curious if there's a causal relationship between pointing out when someone joins and then leaving immediately. I would not be surprised were that the case. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. If we can anymore. Okay. There we go. This might be useful. Let's go to the stockade. I think this is actually deeper into the dungeon. Let's see. It's difficult to tell in Oblivion when you've exhaustively explored a place. Oh, the goblin and the mudcrab were in cahoots. Surprising. What happens if I turn all these handles? I feel like that's good, right? Okay, we got a lockpick. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Oh shit, okay, never mind, that didn't work. There we go, that works. Oh, my security skill increased. Maybe I could work in this universe as a consultant. Private investigator, if you will. I do not like the name security for the skill, if that wasn't clear. In Skyrim, it's just lockpicking. Like, what else am I developing by doing that shit? What else about security am I truly learning by doing that shit? Okay, I feel like this will probably lead to a lower level, so I'm like a height advantage on whatever NPCs I encounter. I really do like the lighting in this dungeon. The flame. I think it's very well mastered with Unreal. Ah, you suck. Consider being less bad at dying. Oh, I'm moving forward. Okay. You should really consider being a little less ugly. Oh, I should consider aiming better. Alright, I might as well heal myself, since that will give me practice. I do feel in the mid to long term that I could potentially develop an audience of viewing. But Twitch makes it difficult to monetize until you've streamed a certain amount, which I understand. I mean, I guess my OnlyFans will help me, you know, compensate in the meantime for anything. The OnlyFans that I really have, for sure. Okay, what shield do I want? I do not want this first shield. That's bullshit. I don't think I want a heavy shield either. Although I'm not truly sure if the game, like Skyrim, rewards you for having an entire class of armor. Because I know in Skyrim, for instance, if you wear exclusively light armor, it improves your overall armor rating. I am in uncharted territory with regard to the armor mechanics in Oblivion. Very pretty lighting in this level. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? You know, you should really work on, you guys need to go to a groomer or something. Oh, good. It has been recommended to me that I get a face cam. I think that might be, I was considering that. I'm not sure the extent. I feel like I would want a face cam, but the other thing is that I look like shit most days. Like my fucking scraggly ass beard. I look like, I look like, I look like I'm actually like neckbeard curious. That's the look I give off most days. Like I look like I'm curious about having a neckbeard in the same way as straight men can sometimes be curious about whether or not they're bisexual. And I'm like, should I really have a neckbeard? Like I'm carefully considering the question whether to have a neckbeard at all times. Yeah, costume. I could just stream naked, right? I think Twitch allows that. I asked Siri earlier whether Twitch allows me to curse. The answer is yes. But I have gotten a couple of viewers just... I don't know where they're coming from. They might be coming from the place where I share my writing. They might be checking it out. They might just be randos. I don't know. I feel like, statistically, I'm eventually going to gather some more viewers. We'll see. I really have no overlay set up for Twitch, so I'm really just looking at the Twitch stream on my phone otherwise to make sure I'm monitoring my number of viewers. We're gonna leave this dungeon. I hope. Oh, okay, Bambi. Go fuck yourself.
Speak.
I won't speak. Okay, let's go. Sorry if you have been watching this and there was a brief delay. I was texting somebody. Let's update the general viewer. Well, I've now known not to single out. It appears that when I get a single viewer and I'm like, "Oh, hey, buddy," they leave. I'm not referring to you. Sorry, I was talking to my dog. He thinks whenever I say buddy, I'm talking to him. We're basically doing the main quest right now, but we've been stopping here and there to check out any of the cool dungeons. This game tends to shit out its ass procedurally. I have talked already like a couple times on the differences between level design in Skyrim versus Oblivion. You know, in Skyrim there's a more modular kind of circular level design where you end up back where you started, a level up or down. But in Oblivion, they make heavy use of procedural generation. I am actually not sure how Morrowind fits into this. I think that they don't procedurally generate quite as much as Oblivion did, right? So there was kind of a return to the practice of procedurally generated dungeon design following Daggerfall and Morrowind. You know, there's kind of a way that Oblivion is more like Daggerfall than like Morrowind, is what I'm trying to say. Controlling for the shit graphics that Daggerfall is, like the Minecraft before Minecraft-ass, blocky-ass graphics that Daggerfall has. Not as a complaint against it. Very much a period piece. My dog has been whining at me. I think I'm going to kill either him or myself shortly.
Yes? Can I help you?
Yes, you can. My business is private.
Indeed. Another mysterious visitor. Well, go ahead. You know what you're looking for. I'll just go back to my reading.
Good, you suck. Go read. Have fun with your dumb reading, your dumb book. You suck. Oh, hey, buddy.
I'm Brother Joffrey. What do you want?
I'll tell you what I want.
This cannot be.
See?
No one but the Emperor is permitted to handle the amulet. Let me see it. By the Nine! This is the Amulet of Kings. Who are you? How did you get this? What do you know of the Emperor's death? As unlikely as your story sounds, I believe you. Only the strange destiny of Uriel Septim could have brought you to me carrying the Amulet of Kings. His meaning is unclear to me as well. The Emperor seemed to perceive some threat from the demonic world of Oblivion. The Prince of Destruction, Mehrunes Dagon, is one of the Lords of Oblivion. But the mortal world is protected from the Daedra of Oblivion by magical barriers. I'm not sure. Only the Emperors truly understand the meaning behind the rituals of coronation. The Amulet of Kings is ancient. Saint Alicia herself received it from the gods. It is a holy relic of great power. When an emperor is crowned, he uses the amulet to light the dragon fires at the Temple of the One in the Imperial City. With the emperor dead and no new heir crowned, the dragon fires in the temple will be dark, for the first time in centuries. It may be that the dragon fires protected us from a threat that only the emperor was aware of.
So that's bad.
I am one of the few who know of his existence. Many years ago, I served as captain of Uriel's bodyguards, the Blades. One night, Uriel called me into his private chambers. A baby boy lay sleeping in a basket. Uriel told me to deliver him somewhere safe. He never told me anything else about the baby, but I knew it was his son.
This is Harry Potter.
From time to time, he would ask about the child's progress. Now, it seems that this illegitimate son is the heir to the Septim throne, if he yet lives.
I hope he does. I can't just be
His name is Martin. He serves Akatosh in the chapel in the city of Kvatch, south of here. You must go to Kvatch and find him at once. If the enemy is aware of his existence, as seems likely, he is in terrible danger. And please, let me know if there's anything you need. My resources here are limited, but I will help in any way I can.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, let me just ask the barrage of questions. No, you know, I think I'm
Waste
good.
no time. You must find Martin before the enemy does.
Joffrey's hard chest. Joffrey's hard chest.
Hello.
You still suck.
What do you want?
I just wanted to let you know you're still
Bye.
You're still an asshole. That's all. Okay, let's see. What's next on our agenda? Bathroom break.